This is a 2013 Toyota Avalon. It is a limited model, so it will have just about all the bells and whistles. This particular one does not have the tech package, which the technology package will give you the dynamic radar cruise control, the pre-collision system, and the automatic high beams that turn on and off. But it has pretty much everything else. It has a premium HDD navigation system, and Entune is built in with the 7-inch screen. It has the perforated leather seats, so you have the heated and ventilated seats instead of just heated. It's got the HID headlights as well. We're gonna just do a walk around the outside quick for you. This vehicle does come equipped with the smart key system, as you can see here with the keyless entry. Basically, it has a mechanical key that you can use in the driver's door only and the glove box, but for most normal use you just keep the key fob in your pocket and you just run your hand behind the door handle. It unlocks the doors. Then to lock the doors, as you see those two little grooves right there, and then it's locked. So, and then to start the car, get in the car, put your foot in the brake, and push the power button. And then the car will start. I'm just going to leave the key in the cup holder here so we come back to it. I do want to turn the headlights on for you so you can see what the headlights look like. You can kind of see, it might be hard to see with the overcast and stuff, but it does have a HID lights. And the limited model here, you do see the 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels, the LED turn signal indicators on the outside rearview mirrors. And then you come around the back, it does have the LED taillights and parking lights. And your backup camera is right there. And back to the inside of the car, you have all your window lock, door locks, and mirror switches are right there, and you also have your settings for your memory seats. Those buttons are located on the driver's side door panel. And it might be kind of hard to see, but there you can kind of see the leather is perforated. And so that gives you the heated and ventilated seats. It's not air conditioned seats quite, but it is ventilated, so it will circulate cool air through the seats. And then behind that you have your Eco, Normal, and Sport mode. Those are different driving modes that you can drive the car in. I'll get to that later. Driver's seat is 10-way power adjustable. That button is for lumbar support. That will tilt and recline the back part of the seat, move the seat forward and backwards, raise and lower it. And then this is for a seat cushion extension. And you see the front of the seat kind of bulging out to give you more support behind your knees. Some of the buttons here. This first one is for your trunk release. That will turn your traction control and stability control off. In most normal driving situations, you can leave it on all the time. This button is a new feature for 2013 Avalons. It's the blind spot mirror. Blind spot indicators, and the indicators are in the mirror, which, if you look at the outside mirror, right there, you can kind of see the reflection of the camera. You can see that will blink orange, so when there's somebody in your blind spots. This car also has a rear cross traffic alert, which will warn you when there's somebody in behind you. The button next to this one is your rear window sunshade. If you look in the mirror, you can see the sunshade going up and down. And then has auto on and off headlights, which you can see right here. That's in the auto setting, so they'll turn on and off automatically. And it also has rain sensing windshield wipers. So if you have them In the auto position, which is down one click, it'll sense when there's moisture in the windshield and turn the windshield wipers on and off accordingly. So I'm just going to turn it back to the off position. And if you see behind the steering wheel too, you had the paddle shift, there's the downshift, and then the plus sign to upshift. So it gives you a little sportier feel. And you get your steering wheel audio controls on this side of the steering wheel, and your Bluetooth controls are on this side. The display button, we'll cycle through some different settings up here. Distance to empty, average fuel economy, and current fuel economy. And this is the 3.5 liter V6. And here's the distance to empty again. Here's average fuel economy is 30.6, and it just ticked down a little bit because I'm just sitting here idling. But this vehicle does have 277 miles on it. It was driven from Richmond, Virginia, up to Hamburg, Pennsylvania. So that is the mileage. It gives you a pretty good idea as far as what type of mileage you get on the highway. 30 miles per gallon out of a full-size V6 sedan. I'd say that's pretty good. Then, if you look back at the radio controls and stuff, they all have what's called IntelliTouch. So actually, there's no actual buttons. The only button really is the power button and the volume knob to turn that on. Everything else is it's IntelliTouch. So you just gotta put your finger on there, change tracks, just a matter of just touching it. There's no actual physical button. It does have satellite radio built in. You get 3-month free trial of that. This is where your navigations and stuff is. So if you hit info and apps, you get back to the screen and hit apps. I don't have a Bluetooth phone set up, so it's probably not going to work as far as that goes. Let me hit maps. On the right to maps. So actually, this is your navigation and stuff. Because you don't need Bluetooth or Entune set up to be able to use the navigation system. And the apps is for Pandora, iHeartRadio, OpenTable, movie tickets, stock updates, sports score updates, weather updates, that type of thing. Which I have different videos on YouTube that you can check out that will go through the process of setting up Entune and all that stuff. Yeah, but on the other side, it's all the IntelliTouch as far as your eject button as well. The face will open up. And right there is where you would put your CD, even though CDs are getting kind of obsolete. But you see here, touch the close button or eject button to close. And it's motorized, and it will close again. And then down below it is your climate controls. The Limited will have 3-zone automatic climate controls. So you have the driver and passenger, and then also rear. See, same thing, IntelliTouch. So all you do is just touch them. As far as it changes the temperatures and different buttons. And the fan speed is actually, it reminds you of like a slider to unlock an iPhone. All it is just sliding your finger back and forth. Now, there's a lot more technology in this car than in Avalons than there used to be. So it might scare some of the normal Avalon buyers away. They're used to the current generation and previous generation Avalons. Might be afraid of some of the technology in a new car, but they're going after a different market share. They want to lower the median age and increase sales. That's the reason for it. And down below the climate control system, this is what they refer to as your E-bin, because you have your true charging outlets, your USB port, and also your auxiliary port. Now back to these driving modes. The first one is Eco. It is a little bit self-explanatory, so if you just push the button and turn the Eco driving mode on, you will get an Eco light on the dash, and it gives you a confirmation of the Eco mode being turned on and Eco climate control being turned on. What the Eco climate control means is the air conditioner won't work as efficiently as it would normally without it. And it will help with gas mileage, but like say if it's 100 degrees out and like 90% humidity, your air conditioner is not going to work the greatest. So it'd probably be better to not use the Eco mode on a day like that. But 75, 80, 90 degree day with low humidity, it's still hot, but you want to use air conditioning, then that's a good day to probably use it then. Use it that, I should say. And then to switch back to normal mode, all you gotta do is push the normal button. And then the Eco light does go off. And then if you push the sport button next to it, you will get a sport mode, and it tells you sport mode on, which it does change the steering, the feel of the steering wheel, and also some of the shift points in the transmission, and it makes the car a little bit more engaging experience to drive. I'm going to push it back into normal mode. These buttons up here are for Safety Connect, which what Safety Connect is, it's Toyota's telematics systems. It includes automatic collision notification, which will automatically alert 911 and police and ambulance in the event of an accident. It is also stolen vehicle location, so it'll be able to alert authorities if the vehicle was ever stolen. It also has emergency assistance, which is like, say, if you have an emergency alongside the road, whether it's roadside assistance, an accident, or if you're being mugged or whatever it happens to be, just medical emergency, whatever the situation is, you can push that button and that will help you out. You do get 1 year free, and after the 1 year is over, then it is subscription based. And that's what those, but the SOS button will do there. And your dome lights and mood lights and stuff like that are there. The open and close is the open and close the sunroof. And on the other side is up and down, which will tilt the sunroof up. Your door, your power window switches on the door here, they all have the auto up and down feature. So there's just one touch auto down and one touch auto up. So if you just push it down, window goes down by itself. And also if you push it up, like all Toyota windows, they have jam protection. So if the window is on the auto feature and does go up and detects something stopping it. Another right feature on the 13 Avalon, which might be kind of hard to see on video, you'd probably have to actually see one in person. But if you look at the painted glass, it seems like it's a little bit thicker and it's like insulated, and it's more sound deadening compared to the back window, which has a nice, like a little beveled edge here. So it's a little bit more sound deadening material on the glass on the front windows than it is in the back. I almost locked myself out. And the back seat has auto up and down, also on the rear window. And there are your climate controls and also your buttons for your heated seats, because the rear does have their own temperature controls. Just matter turn that and turn the dial, and you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner the front temperature display is what your temperature settings are set at. As far as backseat legrooms go, I'm about 6'1", and I still have a decent amount of room back here. And I believe that front seat is back all the way. So, one thing they did do away with is the reclining rear seats. So the rear seats in the Avalons no longer recline, but they did add the heated seats, and they did add a number of airbags standard as well. So there's a total of 10 airbags standard in the car now. You have the dual front airbags, like every car has, on the steering wheel and the passenger side. And then you have your seat mounted side airbags in the front, and also these side curtain airbags up top. And new for 2013 is the side airbags for the back seat, which you have your tags right there. And if you notice, there's no button on the floor anymore or lever to pull to open your gas cap, nor is there any buttons up here or on the door. The way the gas cap works now is the car's unlocked, you just push it and it unlocks it, and it opens. And you have that part right there is where you rest the gas cap on when you're getting gas, to rest your gas cap so it's not hanging on the car. Now I shut the car off. Now say you don't like the idea of the locking gas cap, no locking gas cap. Well, when the car is locked, so is the gas cap. You cannot get in there when the car is locked. Hit unlock. Gas cap unlocks. In the rear vehicle, I'm going to pop the trunk so you can get an idea of the trunk space. You do that right from the remote or the button inside. If you notice, the hinges are covered, so you can actually know exactly just how high you can stack your items up. It has the pass-through. The rear seats do not fold down, but it does have the pass-through. Spare tire is underneath here, and it is just a temporary spare tire, so it's not a full-size spare, which most new cars are going that route. And you also have the emergency release handle that's inside the trunk, just in case somebody would crawl in there. Underneath the hood has the dependable and reliable 3.5 liter 2G RFE V6 with the variable valve timing. Dual variable valve timing actually on the intake and the exhaust valves, which what the variable valve timing does is gives you the best performance and fuel economy no matter what the weather conditions are, temperatures, all that type of stuff. It's been used in the Avalon for years, the Camry, RAVs, Highlanders, Siennas. Versions of it are in the Lexus lineup, but in the Lexus lineup it does require premium. But in this it does 87 octane is all that's required. When you do hit the car in reverse, this is what the backup camera is going to display. And it will have the little grid there, and when you're at the red line, that's within about 12 inches or so. So you'll want to basically stop, so because you're awfully close to whatever is behind you. This is the car sitting here idling. As you can see, the gas miles went down a little bit more just because it's been sitting here idling. But the car is awfully quiet, just like Avalons have always been. The ride is a little bit sportier because I have driven them already, but I did not drive this one, but because this one is sold, like I said before. But it does. It's not as a floaty type ride as what the previous Avalons were, but it is still a nice, smooth, quiet ride. And if you want to increase the performance and handling version of it, you do have that sport mode because it does use electric power steering. So it's going to change the different stuff with the steering of how the steering feels, and allows you to go be able to drive. Text right here to PDI the car.